Welcome back to the Dividend Diplomats YouTube channel. You've got Bert, the Herd, and Laney, the Dividend Diplomats guys. And yes, this is the 4-video banger, doing it 2 weeks in a row, coming back to your YouTube screen, guys. Thanks for rocking with us. We're covering two dividend stocks here, two dividend stocks that have been beat up in the last few months, as well as in the last 52 weeks. Are these stocks on your watch list? Let's find out.
And you own both of these, right, Lanny?
Damn right I do.
All right, let's see if Lanny is going to be potentially averaging down on his positions. But before we do that, subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up. Help us spread the love of dividend growth investing and growing your passive income to reach financial freedom. But this is our bonus 4th video, so we're just going to jump right into this. We're going to take a look at these two companies. We're going to run them through our stock screener, which features 3 metrics. 1, price earnings ratio less than the S&P 500. 2, payout ratio less than 60%. 3, history of increase in the dividends. And that bonus metric is the dividend yield.
Guys, today we're going to feature first the stock is going to be eBay, ticker symbol eBay. And then we're going to look at Viatris. Yes, ticker symbol VTRS, the spinoff from Pfizer from a few years ago, because they just did their dividend announcement. They kept the dividend the same, and the stock price is down almost $2+ from a couple months ago. So I felt like it was worth talking about this pharmaceutical healthcare company. But eBay, especially, wanted to talk about them because, I don't know, all the side hustles out there. If you guys use eBay, let us know in the comments. Bert, you use eBay. You just had a sale earlier this week, I believe.
I do. Sales have been dry, but now it's starting to bounce back a little bit. And I know you sell a lot more on there, Lanny. I mean, it's a great way for your income. They're blowing up their card platform too, which is an interesting take because there aren't that many platforms online to buy and sell trading cards. So eBay taking a huge role in that is huge for the trading card community. But we're not here talking about our great card collections. And by the way, don't forget those shorts where you get to see Lanny pull a PSA 10 Jordan. Throw that link up there, Lanny. Some of the other PSAs are listed on our eBay accounts. Story for a different day. Let's run eBay through our stock screener. Lanny, you want to kick this off for eBay?
Sure. Yeah. And before we jump in, just want to touch on a few highlights, maybe.
All right. Yeah. My bad.
Annual report / earnings release.
I was so eager. I wanted to jump right into the screener, but let's talk the metrics first. I know I'm just biting at the chops to do it. So all right, let's get through these.
Biting at the bullet here. So eBay, they had about a 14% dividend increase recently, going from 22 cents to 25 cents. Some pretty big news for eBay shareholders. I own them, so I was pretty happy. They have over a 2x current ratio, which is current assets over current liabilities. So you've got to really love that. Long-term debt really hasn't changed, still at a little over $7 billion year over year. Now, the only issue is that net revenue is down year over year, about a little bit over $500 million. They have a lot of equity losses right now, which is to no surprise in 2022, because of when you own equity investments and the value goes down, you have to report that change through the income statement. It's great when the market does well. It's bad when the market does not.
Ask Silicon Valley Bank about that one. Yeah. How those investments, they aren't equity investments, but same
kind Signature Bank you own.
But you're right. The equity investment fluctuations giveth and taketh, and this was just a bad year for them. It just happened
in Q4. But let's talk about Q4 EPS, because they did show net losses on the 12-month to date because of those equity losses. But Q4 actually had positive earnings, $1.24 alone in net income from just the one quarter. So keep that in mind as well when we look at eBay. All right, Bert, we are filming this here on March 14th, releasing this bad boy on a Saturday. What does eBay look like on that first Dividend Diplomat stock screening metric, the price to earnings ratio?
I've been waiting to talk about their metrics, clearly, because I was trying to do it earlier. So let's go. Price 41.16, forward EPS 4.12, PE ratio 9.99. Love it. Love it. We're not rounding it up. It's a single digit PE ratio, everybody, at 9.99x. Their annual dividend, $1 per share. That gives you a payout ratio of 24.27%. Lanny, I'm just going to keep going with this one. I'm feeling good right now. Their 5-year dividend growth rate, 15.66%. They've increased that dividend for 4 years. And lastly, that dividend yield is 2.43%.
Dividend yield is starting to swell up because that stock is down about 24% in the last 52 weeks, down a little under 2.5% so far year to date. They're $22 billion in market cap. Obviously, you know, they're competing in a similar type of space as Amazon, but very more unique and niche, you know, from a used collectible, you know, random product type of deal. Love their platform. It's easy. Shipping is easy. Everything to me is very easy.
Yeah.
You could sell pretty much anything random that you thought you couldn't sell, you could sell on here. Let me just confirm that with you guys. Even a pair of Abercrombie and Fitch shorts from the year 2005, you can sell on here.
Yeah. Or used pad folios.
Hot
It's
item.
true. It's true. It's damn true. All right. So let's go into that second company here. We've talked about eBay. We'll get your final thoughts and what your actions are at the end of the video. So stay tuned if you want to see if Lanny is buying eBay. That second company, Viatris, ticker symbol VTRS. The big news with Viatris was, we'll run through their results in a second. They did not increase that dividend during their scheduled Q1 dividend increase. They kept it flat at 12 cents, which is interesting. It's interesting is I'm smiling right now because I know how much this pisses Lanny off.
That's fine. I mean, we both own Viatris. You guys probably still, even a lot of you viewers, if you guys own it, let us know in the comments. And what did you end up doing this year in the last 2 weeks with your Viatris position? But who is Viatris? Well, they were spun off again from Pfizer from a few years ago. They own the big brands of Lipitor, Lyrica, Zoloft, Xanax, Dilantin, and a few other big brands. You know, Viagra, that the blue pills that I'm sure a lot of you guys are getting shipped to your house right now.
Yep, the name brands. Pfizer said, get out of here. We're going to focus on growth. Viatris, you're going to be on your own. You're going to be those established name brands with established sales. Here you go. And I mean, looking at the results, I mean, they're not small. They had in last year 16.2 billion of sales, even though that was down from 2021 which had 17.8. They still had over $16 billion of sales. And the bottom line is strong too. $2 billion of earnings. Big company, big earnings, big 12.3% profit margin. Nice.
Yeah. And then when you look at their balance sheet, especially right now, guys, pay attention to balance sheets, look at debt, look at current ratio, how liquid they are. Again, liquidity is kind of the name of the word of the year right now in 2023 for investors, for all institutions and companies. You know, their current ratio, their ability to cover current liabilities is 1.5x, which is solid, and their long-term debt is down almost 2 billion from 2021. So that is all heading and trending in the right direction for this pharmaceutical company. Now, Bert, it's time to run this under $10 stock Viatris through the Diplomat stock screener. I mean, they were trading at $9.85. I'll hit them with the first one, I guess, and you could take it from there. Expected earnings are $2.90, which is, again, very funny because that price to earnings ratio is 3.4 right now.
That's insane. It's absolutely insane. As Stone Cold would say, I'll take it from here, nurse. All right, the payout, the dividend, 48 cents per share per year. I made myself laugh, so I apologize. Their payout ratio is low. It's 16.55%. 5-year dividend growth rate. It's always going to be a little interesting because, hey, they've only been a company on their own independently for 1 year. So we're throwing out the 5-year dividend growth rate. We're going to talk about that 1-year dividend growth rate. That first dividend increase from Viatris was 6.67%. We'll see if it gets to 2-year increases, if they ever increase that dividend here in 2023.
Guys, they're down 13.5%, down about 1% last 52 weeks, 12 billion by market cap. I own a lot of Viatris. You know, I think, gosh, let me just do a quick double check if you guys can hang with me right now. Yeah, I guess I own 189 shares of this company. It sounds like a lot, but again, under $10 a share. So just keep that in mind.
It's easy to pick up a few shares here or there when the price is $10 or less. So it's interesting. So let's go through this, put the chart up where we have both companies side by side. Quick hitting answer, Lanny. Are you buying, watching, or passing on eBay and Viatris right now?
You know what? Right now, I might throw $100 at each. Maybe grab 2 shares of eBay. Maybe grab 10 shares of Viatris. A couple $100. Boom. Let it go.
Love it.
What about you?
I don't own eBay, and I'm not really in the mood to keep starting new positions. So I'm gonna throw $100 there, Viatris, get it. I would do it too. Sometimes $100. What do? Viatris, boom, below $10 per share. Easy decision. Bada bing, bada boom, as they say.
Yeah. What about you guys? What are you guys doing? Who here owns eBay stocks? Where are my eBay lovers at? Let me know in the comments right now below. Again, let me know if you've been buying either or stock, and what other stocks have you been buying outside of regional banks this week? Please, what other stocks have you been buying or watching? Let us know below.
If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up. And remember, if you're not with us, you're against us, everyone.
Guys, that was Bert the Herd and Lanny from the Dividend Diplomats. Over and out.